Okay, cool. Oh, there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello.
Welcome to 2020's Tell Auction at Savor the Hope. My name is BJ Fox. You may know me from NHK's Home Sweet Tokyo. I don't know, no one watched it, Chris.
Oh, no, some people have watched it.
And I'll be one half of our hosting team tonight, so BJ Fox, and together I'm here with...
I am Chris Wells. You may know me from that train platform that they're showing because I'm actually the voice of JR East. So you heard me around town if you take public transportation, and I also direct the Tokyo Comedy Store. So it's a little bit of a union of the improv comedian rivalry happening.
Yeah.
And I can hear myself because this computer's got the sound up. Maybe someone could turn that computer's sound down. I think that'd be a good idea. The one on the chair here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rivalry, right?
So I do stand-up comedy, and traditionally stand-up comedians, I wouldn't say hate, but strongly dislike improv comedians because...
I would say hate. Okay. They hate us.
Because they don't practice, they don't write, they just turn up, they're just lazy comedians.
Lazy comedians.
That's what we call you.
Yeah, I guess what we think is, and I definitely take that as a valid critique, because absolutely right, we don't have to memorize anything. We just have to use our brains on stage. Because we're not repeating things that we've memorized. So, I mean, that's sort of the take. That's kind of how we feel about comedians.
Yeah. Can you name a famous improv comedian? Go.
Let's see. There's like a million of them. Like any comedian who's a movie star at the same time. Tina Fey,
Steve Carell.
Bill Murray, Steve Carell, all of those.
Okay.
I will give you the fact. Now, I love comedians, though.
You
so
do?
I love watching them.
Okay.
I just don't want to have a beer with one.
Okay. Well, tonight you are presenting an auction with one.
Yes,
so
yes, and we've buried the hatchet.
We have, yeah.
I mean, it's a pandemic, for God's sake, right?
Yeah.
This is like we're in Boccaccio's Decameron. We're on the road to the countryside. We've buried our differences, and we're just telling each other stories.
Yeah. And as I look at myself on the screen, you might have noticed I've made the classic Zoom error of not realising my legs were going to be on show. So I've got a suit and top on, and I've got yoga pants on as well, which is an unfortunate choice.
But you know what? It is COVID appropriate.
Yeah.
It is. Ben, you are so on point for 2020. I should have worn yoga pants as well. I was this close to wearing sweats. This close, and yet I didn't.
Should have warned me. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. We are here at the moment, for the next 2 hours, we are being introducing the Tell Auction, we've got the Tell Raffle, we're going to have some guests, we're going to have some interviews, we have some special messages from members of the Tell organisation.
That's right.
And before I start, can I just talk a little bit about what Tell is?
I think that's a good idea.
So Tell has been supporting the, let's say the international community in Tokyo and Japan since 1973. Dedicated to bringing world-class, effective support and counselling service to that community and helping to address this country's growing mental health care needs.
That's right. And the paper I'm holding right here says that it's an accredited and certified nonprofit organization, and its vision is to be a leader in services and education by practicing state-of-the-art standards of care in the mental health field. Services including free phone counseling, professional face-to-face evaluations and therapy, and community-wide programs.
I love it, the improviser relying on a script there.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm being nasty. Sorry, we buried the hatchet.
It's fine. We buried it. We pick it up, throw it down again.
So we're here tonight to raise money for this wonderful organisation, and especially now. So I'm going to go to the script a little bit. Especially now.
Look at him. Go into the script.
I'm going to punch it up as I go, though. Throughout the challenges brought on by COVID-19, especially at this moment in time, Tell has been there for our community each and every day, fighting to make sure it can keep going and keep supporting that community and doing its important work. It has listened, responded, and supported the increasing needs of this community through a variety of ways, Chris.
A variety of ways, absolutely. I mean, 100% Lifeline coverage. So the Lifeline is a number that anyone can call at any time. They've had 7,000 calls and chats, which is amazing. 30,000 visits to the website, and 100% transition to counseling sessions that are virtual. Obviously, with COVID happening, they can't be face-to-face, and they've had 50+ community workshops and 25 plus media interviews.
You know, as the community, international community of Japan grows, it's more important than ever, and especially at this time when maybe people's support networks aren't available to them as often as they could be, can't see friends, can't see family. Having that lifeline there is super, super important. So please support through the auction and buying raffle tickets. So, what is the auction?
We've got the auction. Oh, and Ben, also, we have to remind people, keep your video off.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I was supposed to say that. Yeah, turn your video, if you're following on Zoom, is it Zoom?
Zoom, yeah.
If you're following on Zoom, please make sure your mic is muted and your video is off. Now, there will be times during this 2-hour presentation or 2-hour auction that we will ask you to turn your videos and mics on, such as the toast, but for basically turn it off.
Yeah, because if you turn it on, you could be caught in the recording, and then we'll have you for forever, in perpetuity.
What's it like hearing your voice on the train, Chris?
It's wild.
Is it wild?
It is always wild. And I forget, and then I'll go and catch a train, and then I'll hear myself, and I always do a double take. Yeah.
Have you ever been spotted, like voice spotted? Anyone ever come to you and said, "Is that you? Are you the guy from Yoyogi?"
No. I've had someone say your voice sounds familiar.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's because of that or just because, but no one's ever gotten that close.
That's awesome. I've been spotted once.
Only once?
Only once.
Seriously?
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Not
a bit
a bad
embarrassing then when you asked for the photo.
Yeah.
To commemorate.
You got to commemorate it.
You know,
it's a precious memory.
So throughout the night, we will be running. Sign up now so you can start bidding. I think at the moment we're about 43% to our total goal. So a goal
43%. Wow.
So our goal for this evening is $40,000. 43% of 40,000.
Of 40,000 is 17,000
something and change.
Something and change.
Yeah. So good.
Maybe repeat the first part because the audio wasn't going through.
Okay.
The first few sentences about slide and possible options.
Okay.
We're being told to repeat the first few sentences. Take it away.
Okay, so we're doing the auction. We're currently 43% to our $40,000 total goal. And so take this moment to sign up for the auction. And the URL is www.32auctions.com/Savor the Hope 2020. And again, just reminding everyone to please turn off your audio and video and also do that on YouTube as well.
Yes, and there are raffles. We have some amazing raffle items, luxurious vacation packages, some amazing wines. So you can go to www.tellauctions.org and click on raffle tickets, and then you can click checkout, and you can get a single raffle ticket for 1,000 yen, a set of 5 for 4,000, which is a deal, a set of 12 for 10,000, and a set of 25 for 20,000, which is the best deal of all.
And the prizes are fantastic.
Absolutely. Don't want to miss that.
Yep. 3-night stay at Waikiki at the beautiful and topical Trump Tower Hotel.
Yes. Said with not a hint of any sort of tone or nothing. We are apolitical here.
Yep.
Just said that right out, like just like straight. It's a good read.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if I could have done it. Anyway, go ahead.
And also a 1-night stay at the Tokyo Hilton Bay Hotel, and then a 1 day of exciting adventures with canyons for the younger viewers.
Yes, yes. And we also have the director's lot.
Okay.
Now, actually, you're going to be telling us more about that later, right?
I will be, yeah.
Who are you going to be talking to?
Vicky Scorgi.
Yes.
Vicky Scorgi is the TEL director. She's going to be joining us. We've got a few guests, haven't we, today?
We do.
But Vicky Scorgi will be joining us to talk about TEL's mission and just kind of put a face to the wonderful work that they're doing here.
Fantastic. Now, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We have some amazing sponsors. So as you can see on your screen, our sponsors are Shangri-La Hotel. We have Pio Rhoda Auctions, Wine Bar and Food Bistro Vino, Roppongi Hills Club, Grape Off, as well as JET, Ire, Aesop, Tokyo American Club, Line Wine Club, Furlaw, Eastern Carpets, The Hilton, Riedel, which I know is pronounced Riedel like needle,
Okay.
Adidas, Japan's Women's Wine Award, 90 Plus Wines Club, K9 Natural, National Azabu, Chez Vous, Canyons, Fenton, Estate Wines, Bistro Café de Paris, Kingdom of the Netherlands, Arbor, Ilana Jade, Club 360, J Soccer, FBC, Minkin. We also have Tosin Goshobo, Hilton, Kawada Veen, and Crown Wine Cellar. Hitomi Dental Office, the Crown Plaza. We have Bistro New Orleans. We have Ceramics, and we have Portotopia. Actually, there's a ceramics company I can't quite read, but you can see it better on the screen than I can, I believe. Laure Pierre, Tracy Glass, the Australian Embassy, and that takes us to the end.
Lots of great sponsors there. Thank you very much for that support. If you want to support, if you can't sponsor TEL, you can support by buying raffle tickets or joining in the auction.
Absolutely.
And also, we've got a number of entertainers tonight, not just BJ Fox and Chris Wells. We are
As entertaining as we are.
We have a number of performers who are going to be jumping on and sharing their talents with us. Extremely grateful for the opportunity to play for you tonight. Yeah, it's been a tough time for anyone who performs for a living at the moment. And we were just talking about how much we miss doing comedy.
Yeah.
So they are thrilled to be here tonight to bring you some music throughout the show.
Absolutely. And another industry that's having problems due to the epidemic are restaurants. We're very happy to have Bistro Vino and Soul Food House. If you were able to order from them, please enjoy your meal. It is absolutely delicious. If you missed your chance, please patronize them later and you will not be sorry.
Okay. Oh, we are having is this a message coming through? We've got a very kind of complex system.
We're being told that we're at, yes.
43%.
43%, yes.
Um,
Which is 17,750. I was thinking 17,800. My maths were a little bit off.
So that will be going up throughout the show, I assume.
It's going to be going up thanks to all of you. All of you, if you jump on, if you bid on the auction items, if you buy raffle tickets, we will get closer and closer to our goal, which is $40,000 for a very good cause tonight.
Okay. Do you think it's time to bring the first guest on?
I think it is. And a more dapper gentleman we could not bring on.
So yeah, let me introduce the TEL board chairperson, Timothy Langley. Timothy has been a member of the board of directors. Excuse me, I'm going to do that one more time. Timothy has been a member of the board of directors of TEL for the past 5 years and has recently become the new TEL board of directors chair. He is the CEO and founder of Langley Esquire and has been part of the Tokyo community for over 40 years.
40 years, wow. Timothy!
Hi, everyone, and thank you very much for participating in tonight's Savor the Hope 24th Annual Connoisseurs Auction. As many of you know, TEL has been in the business of saving lives for over 50 years in Japan. Your participation and your involvement in activities such as this auction and in others like the most recent Step Up Challenge genuinely help us in our mission of preventing suicides and providing help to people who find themselves in difficult situations and simply need professional help in English, which is not otherwise available. TEL is always on the move, and even in light of the restrictions and the difficulties presented by COVID, we have still been actively addressing calls that come in on the lifeline and client requests for clinical services. In fact, the needs have increased, as you can imagine, and yet we are still in a position to address them, though perhaps not as robustly and certainly not on a 24-hour basis as we would like. This is basically a logistics and a bandwidth issue that we are dealing with on an ongoing basis. So once again, your participation and your encouragement by bidding on items and on joining us in this auction are of such great encouragement to us. So once again, thank you very much. And just as a bit of an update, you might notice that I am not Dr. Ann Bill, the long-standing chairperson of TEL. Dr. Bill is taking care of patients in Denmark and unfortunately unable to come back to Japan in any sequence that allows her to do her job in Denmark and fulfill her duties here in Tokyo at the same time. She sends her regards as well as her appreciation to everyone who supported her during her tenureship as chair of TEL and to everyone who is participating tonight. In fact, since this is a virtual event, she is also signed on for Denmark, so please say hello to her as well. I stepped into this role when Dr. Bill became unable to travel to Tokyo. Originally 5 years ago, I was asked to help TEL handle compliance and problem-solving issues that an MPO organization like TEL just attracts on a regular basis. Then 2 years ago, I became vice chair, so the transition from vice chair to chair has been relatively smooth and uneventful. I'm so grateful for your support and encouragement, and together with the board of directors, I commit to working with each of you and the many wonderful volunteers and all our terrific staff in pursuing our vital mission here in Japan. TEL saves lives. Thank you also to the wonderful MCs and everyone who's contributing to making this event so fabulous. Please be generous tonight with your contributions and in your bids. There isn't a more deserving cause to support. Thank you so very much.
All right, we are back now. Ben, we just gave our audience, on purpose I might add, the quintessential 2020 live mic on Zoom experience.
Yeah.
How'd you like it, guys?
Just as I'm an ambassador for TEL, and I just want to take this moment to say that Chris Wells' views are not shared by TEL in any way, and they are his own.
Thank you for, hang on, let me just dodge out of the way of the bus that you just threw me under. It's good though, it's good. It feels like 2020, doesn't it?
But that was.
It certainly does. Okay.
We apologise to Timothy as well. I hope we didn't ruin his message in any way.
Yes.
But Timothy Langley there, thank you very much for that comment.
Absolutely. Now, up next, we have got a wonderful song by a 16-year-old girl who attends Nagoya International School, and she's been a student there since first grade. Her name is Sofia Zardokiewicz, and she says that attending NIS has given her a wonderful opportunity to interact with people from all over the world on a daily basis. She says she understands the stigma surrounding mental health in Japan, and she's very passionate about creating awareness around these issues. So she's got an original song for us. Ben. Yes.
This is the debut.
This is I think it doesn't say, but let's say it's the debut.
Making her debut tonight.
The worldwide debut of It's Okay, which talks about how it's all right to open up your feelings and share how you feel. And it's especially important in an environment that doesn't have an ear for these kinds of societal problems. So here we go. We're going to listen to Sofia Zardakiewicz's original song, It's Okay.
I go swimming in the ocean, but there's no land in sight. I scream for help, but my voice is silenced. Useless, shameful, I try to take control, but my heart pumps faster, louder, stronger. I'm running out of air when there's plenty to breathe. Fearful, dreadful. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blinded by the false lights I am being reminded of. To not break the glass society has built, or else, or else, or else, or else. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to speak about your pain, but it's not okay to keep it all bottled in. 'Cause we're all fighting. We're all fighting for the same cause. We're all fighting. We're all fighting to live another day. We're all fighting.過ぎ去る日々は戻らない。助けを呼ぶ声は届かない。周りの笑顔がとても痛い。 暗闇の中一人きり Sometimes I feel as though I'm silenced by the false lies I am being reminded of to not break the mold society is built or else or else or else or else It's okay to not be okay 苦しみを話してもいい But it's not okay to keep it all bottled in I'm flying high, arms out wide I'm broke, crashing down Stop the chase, leave this place I'll wear it like a second face Feeling lonely, feeling lost And leave this place at any cost It's okay to not be okay 苦しみを話してもいい But it's not okay to keep it all bottled in Cause we're all fighting We're all fighting for the same cause We're all fighting We're all fighting to live another day We're all fighting
All right, wasn't that beautiful?
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Sophia, all the way from Nagoya. Which
Well done.
also reminds me that obviously we call it TEL, which I guess stands for Tokyo English Lifeline, but it actually supports the community across Japan,
Yes.
not just Tokyo. So doing amazing work there as well, all the way from Nagoya. Thank you very much. Auction updates. It's heating up. It's heating up. So just if you haven't put your bids in yet, this is a good time to do that as well. Remember that URL is www.32auctions.com/Savor the Hope 2020. Start bidding.
Absolutely. You've got to start bidding. Savor the hope. And up next, we have an interview, a very special interview with a member of the Tokyo Trans community. So we're going to go live. You can see I've got my earphones on to My Madigan. Let's see if we can make the magic work. I haven't heard anything yet.
Hi.
Ah, excellent.
I'm
I
here.
can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
My video should be on.
Okay, she says her video is on.
I can see you.
Okay, you can see me. Hi.
So this is
Nice
what a
to see you
stand-up
again.
comedian looks like sitting down, yeah?
Yes, exactly. So we're going to keep on going. I'll just tell production that I can't actually see my.
Trust
And
me, I look amazing.
maybe it's the view that we've got going, because it looks like we've got speaker view spotlight. So I don't know. Okay, and but our audience can't see my either, which is a shame.
I'm hearing from people on chat that they can see me.
And I feel really awkward.
Oh, Mai's hearing from people on chat.
Yeah, we can see
People-
her. We can see her.
Oh, great. Okay. We're going to go. My monitor is a little bit different, it seems, than what the public is seeing, so that's fine. First of all, I
Yes.
would like for you to introduce yourself, take where you're from, etc.
I am Mai. I've been in Tokyo for 30 years now, and originally from Berkeley, California. Came here a long time ago to teach English, as so many people do, and have stayed doing other things. I work for a company called Mori Building Company. We have projects like Roppongi Hills, Toronto Moon Hills, these things. And I'm a very happy Tokyo resident, to be honest.
Okay, fantastic. Actually, probably some buildings that you can see in my background here.
Yes.
So we were talking before when we had a chat about sort of your pre-Moribiru life and after Moribiru. So could you tell us a little bit about your pre-Moribiru life?
before Mori Building, before I came to Japan, before I was 20, because I left the States when I was 20, it was a very weird, difficult, not understood, dissonant time in my life. And I think that that was largely due to the fact that there was no internet to consult. We're very lucky today. And it wasn't until after I was in Japan that the internet actually became a thing. And when it became a thing, I was like, oh, that's what this is. So then I was able to understand myself a little bit better, communicate with other people, and off I went on my journey.
And it's a journey that many people can identify with, and I think it's wonderful that we've got you here to talk about it. Could you tell a little bit about Mori and how it's been, because you actually transitioned on the job, yes?
Yeah, I did. Mori Building is a company which is, I think, best described as a family of people. The company is 1,300 people or something like this, and I really feel there's a family feeling. So when I decided that it was time to come out, that it was time to start doing something other than look like Sinead O'Connor, makeup and a bald head and so forth, I decided that it was best to go to the personnel department, so I did. And they looked at me with a sense of wonder and a sense of curiosity, and they asked questions. And they said, well, give us a moment, give us some time to dig into this a little bit. We need to understand this. Not so much how do we react, but what is this? And I was impressed with that. And so I met with them periodically. It took them some time, as things tend to do when they're new. And they looked into it. They consulted with other companies. They looked at the world in general. They looked at what the concept of transgender meant, how it fit into the greater scheme of things. And they came back to me with a plan to come out to the company little by little. And at one point, which was the first Chode, the first General Assembly of the year, the vice president got up in front of everybody and he introduced me. Everybody who had known me as a person named Mike up until that point was to know me as Maya from that point forward. And he's of an age where conservative thinking would be expected, but he was such a gem. And the company followed his lead. Everybody afterwards came up to me and congratulated me or offered their support. And it's been very good. And I think that that's largely due to the fact that I took it slowly and worked with the personnel department first. I didn't rush into it. I had a few managers with whom I was able to speak, and they were supportive, but they were an avenue to the senior management of the company so that they could get used to the idea before personnel signed off on anything for the rest of the company. And it was a very structured, reasonable approach. And now, after I've come out, I've been at the company now for the last, 3 to 4 years, living as myself. It's been fantastic. The guys who are in their 30s are unaware that anything's different because they've grown up in a world where it's just perfectly normal to have a variety of possible gender identities and so forth. The guys in their 40s were good, but they were looking to the people in their 50s and 60s for guidance. And the people in their 50s and 60s were very much a case of live and let live. And so it's been easy. It's been really easy. My journey, the journey of many transgender people, has been paved by the gay rights movements from the 80s, and people have grown up into generations have grown up knowing that it's okay to have different sexualities and different gender identities. And it's a whole different world to come out in. And also coming out as a person who's in their 50s meant that I had a lot of the issues in my own life that were not related to my gender identity resolved. So that was
Now, Moribiru is a very traditional company, and probably many people might be surprised to find out that you've had such a good reception. Could you tell us a little bit about how you feel being a foreign member of the trans community living here in Tokyo?
Yeah, as a transgendered person, you're always foreign. But here in Japan, you're looked at, if you're not Japanese, you're physically identifiable as non-Japanese. And after that, it depends on how you interact with the society. And a lot of that can be enhanced by not being loud and obnoxious. And a lot of that is just up to you. So to be honest with you, transgendered has been less of an issue here. I thought New York, I thought London, places I've lived, that would be the ideal places to be out and to be walking down the street, but they're not. Tokyo, which is theoretically the most conservative place, Mori Building, which is theoretically the most conservative place, was better. And I think that largely goes back to the fact that Japan started as an agricultural society. And if everybody didn't contribute, then somebody was going to go hungry in the wintertime. And so today, the way that manifests itself today is that in the common areas, the train platforms, on the street, in the hallways, in the bathrooms, people don't give me a hard time. In Japanese, meiwaku kakaranai. They don't want to cause me any discomfort, any lack of total comfort, because that means the entire society's suffering. Not because the boss says so, and it's not because they personally feel that's right. Because those are very much individual characteristics, and some may feel it's right, and some may feel it's wrong. But Japan in general, Tokyo specifically, because it's such a large city and sees so much on a daily basis, is just an amazing place to be a transgender person coming out and walking down the streets. And I have messages and messages to other people who are considering coming out, but one of them is that if you were in Tokyo and considering coming out, by all means do so. This is a group-oriented society. This is not a place where it's easy to be a loner. And I found that.
I think that many people would be very surprised to hear that. So it's great to hear your voice about your personal experience here. We've talked about society in general.
Yes.
Perhaps you could tell us, for those who might be experiencing some sort of difficulty adjusting to the fact that they think they might be trans, talk a little bit about your experience, your road to acceptance. You touched on that briefly. The internet was something that helped out. And if you would have any advice for someone who might be going through something similar.
I do. If you're suffering from, if you're experiencing, I should say, not suffering, if you're experiencing gender dysphoria, if you feel that this is something which you're not entirely ready to do, but maybe something you want to explore as an aspect of who you are, if it's not something that you feel is how you want to present yourself, but is certainly how you feel, there are a lot of people you can talk to. Family are good, friends are good, managers are good. I have to say thank you to people who are here tonight, to all of you who are here tonight watching this, because it's organizations like TEL, it's the people that support it through these auctions. It really is, from me and from other trans folk who have come out or who are considering coming out, I want to offer a huge amount of thanks. And don't stop, because it is exactly your allowance of us to feel that we can grow, that we can go forward on our journey in our lives, that makes it possible. I was fortunate that I started it late enough in life that I was able to feel confidence from a life lived. But that's not the case with everybody. And so every time you sip a glass of wine tonight or something that you win, you're helping people. And my advice is to, if you're transgendered or if you're experiencing dysphoria, seek out people like the people that are watching this video tonight, because they're there to support you and help you feel good about your decisions that you're considering or that you've made. I can't speak highly enough of the community in Tokyo, and that's coming from America, that's having lived for an extended period of time in the UK. Both very good places, don't get me wrong, but Tokyo is a place where there is a group and you are always a part of it, whether it's your workplace or the society on the street. And that group wants everybody in the group to be happy. So unlike many other places, or unlike much of what you probably feared, this is a very good place to be out. And all of you can help everybody who's feeling it right now. So, thank you.
So when you were going through your transition, or even before as you were making discoveries about yourself, it probably would have been helpful to have something like Tokyo English Lifeline.
I can't tell you how much. I mean, as a person who went through this long ago and elsewhere, you have to find people as you can. But with TEL available, you can talk to them. Many companies in Japan for whom with whom I've worked, some of whom I've spoken, are very good about training their managerial staff how to be a person that is approachable. And if you're a person who's a friend of somebody, or if you're just suspicious that somebody's suffering from gender dysphoria, be a person who they can talk to. If we don't feel that we're alone, if we don't feel that we have to manage this all on our own, especially for those that are in their 20s and 30s, it makes it a whole lot easier road to travel.
Absolutely. And then how do you feel, briefly, and we just have a couple more minutes,
Please.
how do you feel the political situation in Japan and the movement here as it compares to America or Europe vis-a-vis trans rights?
Here in Japan, growing up as an American, I felt that we always had the right to this or the right to that as guaranteed by the Constitution. But I think that here in Japan, there are many, many rights which you have that you don't know about until you are in a situation where you may be compromised. And so in discovering what it meant to be transgendered in Japan, you certainly have a great deal of job security because they're not going to fire you for simply presenting yourself as a different gender. You will certainly have a lot of issues that you have to deal with because not everybody's going to be happy to listen to you, see you, or have you be a part of their community. But in Japan, the political environment reflects what the society does, and the society does support the group. And a group is nothing but a group of an accumulation of individuals. So each individual is okay to be that individual, so long as they're respectful of the group, so long as they're contributory to the group. And that really is what it comes down to. If you start banging your fist on your chest and saying, I want, or I am, I need, I don't think you're going to get very far in Japan. But if you are aware of how Japan works, I think you're going to get quite far. And I feel much safer here, much happier here, much more able to experience life here than I would under the dominion of the evil lord from Mordor with a carrot top head. Sorry, was that political? Too much political? My bad. But
Oops.
you get what I'm saying.
Well, it's too late now. And down to the bureaucracy. Talk about the official identification.
That you can change if you're an American, you can change your passport. That is a simple procedure. It's simply a form. But if you, and once you've done so, you can change your Zaidu card. You can change your residence card very easily because the Japanese government simply reflects what's on your U.S. passport. And then you can, once you've got that done, you can change your Jumihyo. That's easy because it's just simple ward registration. The one thing you can't do is if you are married or if you have children under 20 is change your Nenkin Tsucho from one gender to the next. Because if you're married, the person to whom you're married has rights to your benefits should you pass on. And so you need to not be married if you want to change the identification on your Nenkin Tsucho. But other than that, it's very, very easy to change all of the documentation very quickly. My insurance card, my Daidu card, my Jumihyo, all of these things represent my gender as. And everything in Japan for non-Japanese is based on what your passport says. And so that
Fantastic.
makes it really easy.
All right, well, that's certainly great information. A few last words for us before we finish up our interview.
Chris, Ben's chair, thank you for hosting this tonight. I won't jump in on whether stand-up or improv is better, but I think this event is an amazing event for me because I love wine. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just so touched by how many people are here tonight to help others who are struggling, who need a little boost, who need you. And thank you. Thank you so much for being there. For the trans community, for other people who are perhaps in need of your kindness, whether it's background support or what TEL does. this is a place to come if you need some help, or it's a place to recommend people come if you feel they may need help.
Well, thank you so much. And 2 minutes in, the video got fixed, and you look lovely tonight. Thank you so much, Mai, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you so much. Have a good time, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. So that was a wonderful interview. Come on in. Come on in. What's this?
Come in now, let's get the party started.
Nice. Cheers.
It's not for yet. It's for the toast. We're going to have a toast in a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. We're going to hold off on that.
Hold that. But so this is a good moment. If you want to join in with our toast, which will happen in about 3-4 minutes' time, go and grab a glass of wine, a glass of beer, fruit juice, anything's fine.
Because we've got a toast coming
We've
up.
got a toast coming up.
Yes.
And before, just while you're getting your drinks, let's give you a quick update on the auction. $18,000 raised. That's 45% of the goal, so slowly getting there. But what we do want to point out is at 8 p.m., 8 p.m. being about 15 minutes from now, 22 lots will close, including some great bargains. The Tokyo American Club meeting package is only $200 right now, which is Nimayen, 20,000.
Nimayen, yeah.
And lots of other. What other packages or lots are closing at 8 p.m., Chris?
Well, I think we have several other ones. There's some great packages that are closing out at 8 p.m. If we could scroll up a little bit. Ben just tossed me. He just tossed me under the frickin' bus again.
The men's Adidas. Just say the men's Adidas
Guys,
package.
Oh, yeah. He knew that it hadn't scrolled, and so he did that on purpose. That's the kind of guy a comedian is. The men's Adidas package.
Adidas.
Ben,
Adidas.
Adidas.
We say Adidas.
You say Adidas. Oh, okay. All right. Tomato, tomato. The Meritage Magic Trophy Hunters, Art of Japanese Relaxation, Champagne, and Elegant Extra. Also, art by David Hewitt, and much, much more.
So they are the auction lots that are closing at 8 p.m. Also at 8 p.m, the raffle tickets will be closing too. So buy them on the auction site directly. If you want to see what those wonderful prizes are, I think it was a hotel stay in Waikiki, hotel stay in Tokyo, and an adventure holiday weekend. So make sure you check those out now and buy some tickets so we can hit our goal.
I haven't done canyons, but I've got friends that have, and they absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Oh no, to be honest, I looked at the brochure. It looks great. I think I said it's for young people. It's not.
It's not just for young people. It's for anyone
Yeah.
with a thirst for adventure.
So 8 p.m. That is, you got 15 minutes. 15 minutes until raffle closes and some of the auction lots. The first round of auction closes. And on that note, we would like to ask Alexander. You know, I said it in rehearsal, didn't I?
You did it perfectly. Alexander, he did it perfectly during rehearsal, I swear
I just
to God.
panicked. Dmitrenko. Alexander Dmitrenko.
Well
Apologies. Who is a board member here at TEL, and he is going to join us for the toast and lead the toast. Could we ask, at this moment, anyone watching at home, feel free to turn your camera on, turn your microphone on as well. This goes against normal Zoom protocol, but for the toast, it would be lovely to hear other people's voices and bring a sense of community for this moment. Alexander.
Yeah. Good evening, guys.
They don't want us to do this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm attached.
Abort. Sorry.
So a toast to TEL from Hajime,
And also, we are
available as long as it is.
Tiziana Alamprese, another TEL board member who will be sharing a message for us as well.
Tiziana, I love you.
Yes.
I love saying your name as well. Tiziana.
What did I say?
No, you said it right.
I got it right.
You said it right. You anglicized it. It's perfectly fine. But
Thank you.
yes. Tiziana Alamprese.
I'm guessing Italian.
Italian. Yes.
Oh, you know Tiziana.
I know her. Yeah.
Tiziana.
Italian.
Yes, Chris,
Well, we
unfortunately,
wait for everyone to join in and get
the audio is very bad.
Tokyo Tower behind us. Every year in September, until this year, typically TEL does a Tokyo Tower Time, one of its many charity events.
That's right. I actually was hosting it last year. Very, very hot.
Yeah, I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
People came down absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I went up with a real sense of confidence, thinking, you know, I go to the gym. I play football. And I was wrecked. It was so hard.
I was never so happy to just have a mic in my hand. I just looked and thought,
Oh, that's better.
we've got some feedback happening.
It's better now.
So, hang on, we're checking. This is 2020 as well.
But yeah, so that Tokyo Hotel climb was, you know, halted. So, you know, more than ever, the fundraising activities that we're, you know, running tonight are important for this special
Absolutely.
organisation. And also, you can feel free to say you're the voice of Tokyo Tower as well.
Oh, Ben.
Such a legend.
Ben, why
Chris.
did you bring that up? I can't believe. Who told you that while we were on break listening to music?
Okay. Alex.
Yes.
Alexander,
Can you
we
hear
are
me
ready
now?
for you to lead the toast.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, great. Hi, guys in Denmark. If Denmark can hear me, I hope that everyone in Japan can hear me as well. Greetings from Hachijojima. This best show is on bidding. It wasn't mentioned before. As you can see, it's not bad and it's available. There were, I think, 19 bids already. I look forward to welcoming whoever comes here to this phenomenally beautiful island, far away from the busy lives and very good escape from 2020 or next year. Very proud and grateful to be part of TEL. Want to say thank you for everyone who's been, also a family of TEL. My huge thanks to you for sharing your personal story. I have a long speech, so if you want to drink, please drink. Exactly. And I'm holding, as a true Ukrainian, I'm holding vodka in my hand. I also want to say that, this year obviously has been challenging, but it's great to be part of this evening tonight. It feels like a family, and I really want to say huge thanks to everyone who's organized this, who's participating in this. And really, guys, let's be together and make our lives and everyone's lives a little better. So with that, allow me to say kampai, na zdоровье, and hope to see you all here in Hachijojima. Kampai. And we have to do, I think we have to do a video. So if you can hold your glasses and take a picture with the Zoom with everyone in, if that works for you, that would be wonderful. Please share it on the social media, etc., so we can have a bit more money coming in. Kampai.
Kampai.
Kampai. Good job,
Kampai.
Alexander.
Yeah, and I also think we've got Tiziana on the line as well, who would like to say a message from the board.
Yes, everybody. Hi, I'm Tiziana, and I just want to express my great happiness after my second year on the board that I was able to host the important crowdfunding for TEL, which we start this month as well on the 18th. And this is on the Share Your Heart platform that we at Fiat Chrysler Automobiles Japan have opened since 2014. And we had more than 50 projects and all successfully crowdfunded. So I'm really looking forward for a very successful crowdfund for TEL. And, it's so important to share with everybody. And so the key word is sharing. The dream of putting my company and my brand and the service of NPOs like, many other that we've been supporting has been a dream, but you can change the marketing. You can change everything you do, even with your own company. It's been 10 years. I've been working with 14 NPO, and I'm so proud to do this job as a volunteer for TEL this time. So everybody, please share. Thank you. Thank you, Chris, and you're both lovely hosts. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Thank you, Tiziana.
Cheers.
That's it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Everything I did in my power not to make a Alexander Dmitrenko vodka joke, and he did it himself.
Yes, he did. He did. He owned himself.
Bloody stereotypes.
Well, yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So up next, we have got some entertainment for you. Now, I want to introduce Kevin McHugh, who is an amazing pianist. He is actually the main pianist for the Improvizilla show at the Tokyo Comedy Store. I've known him for years. I'm going to read you some of his CV here. You can see that he's insanely overqualified for our show. He's a pianist, excuse me. He's a pianist, accordionist, and composer from Seattle, Washington. He studied jazz, piano, and German at Oberlin College and Conservatory, the oldest music school in the United States, as well as in Germany at the Technische Universität Berlin, thanks to a DAAD scholarship. The first time I heard about this, I was blown away, Ben. I was like, what is this guy doing playing for us?
Well, I've seen him perform. He is amazing. Your show is amazing.
Yeah,
The
he's
musical
amazing.
aspect, yeah.
Ben complimented our show. Damn it. And so he spent a lot of time traveling. He actually got a year-long Watson Fellowship to study improvisation scenes of megacities in Brazil, Egypt, India, China, and Japan. He lived in New York and San Francisco from 2007 to 2009, but he's always toured all over the US and Europe. And now he's a resident of Tokyo, where he leads and composes for the improv collective Nariiki and the post-rock jazz quartet Nuon. And both of those are fantastic. So if you have a chance, go and see Kevin with either one of his bands. Or if you want to see some improvised musicals, you can jump on board as well when we start up again in the after times. So now.
Yeah, and while you listen, make sure this is your opportunity to be putting the bids onto those final 8 p.m. closing lots, and also buy those raffle tickets. Buy those raffle tickets.
That's right. Raffle tickets and bidding on the 8 p.m. closing lot. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kevin McHugh. All right. Beautiful.
Kevin McHugh there, playing in a park. And now here we are in Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing.
Yes.
Any anecdote here, Chris? Which voice have you done for this?
Yeah, if you get on the JR line there, you'll hear me saying, "Thank you for riding JR East. The train bound for Shibuya, leaving on track 9." Da 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 da. That's the voice. It's not my normal everyday voice.
And the sound that is played, is that Kevin McHugh?
I wish. It's actually a Japanese guy who I met who does all of the JR tones, the jingles.
Yeah.
I met him when I did a show with the woman who does the Shinkansen, Donna Burke, and Christelle, who does the inside of the Yamanote line JR lines.
That's like a super exclusive club.
It was really funny, all three of us together. Yeah.
Wow. And by my clock, or the clock in the room we're in, it is now past 8 p.m., which means the raffle has now closed. The first lot of auctions have now closed, but if you miss the early lots, there are still over 20 items that you can bid on until 9 p.m. You've got 1 hour or 58 minutes or so. So what have we got here, Chris?
Well, we've got incredible wines, specially imported from France. There's a weekend at the Shangri-La Hotel, ooh la la. A Salamanzar-sized bottle of champagne, which is, do you know how big a Salamanzar-sized bottle of champagne is without looking at the monitor?
Okay, without looking at the monitor, Salamanzar, so okay. I'm guessing it's bigger than a Magnum, which is a big one that they have at the sports events, going for 5 litres.
5 liters. Okay, that's a lot of champagne. It's actually 9 liters.
9 litres.
You got a bit on that. 9 liters. Amazing.
Like a casual Friday night for some people.
And there's one really special one, isn't there, Ben?
There is a bottle of wine. It is called a Chateau Margaux from 1986.
Ah, 1986.
What are your memories of 1986?
Oh, that's a good one. That would be, it was my first year of uni.
Your joke, really?
Yeah, I graduated in 85.
You graduated in 85?
In high school in 85, yeah.
You're looking great, mate.
Why, thank you very much.
1986, also famous for when Diego Maradona cheated and scored the goal against England in the Mexico World Cup. So you could actually watch that?
Painful memories. Yeah, I could have, if soccer were a thing in America.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure every one of our listeners or viewers just tuned out then as I talked about 1986 football. Diego Maradona currently in hospital. We wish him all the best.
Yes, his surgery went well, I read.
Yeah. So, next up, Billy Cleary is coming on. Billy Cleary is the clinical director of TEL. And he is going to come on and give us a special message. So, take it away, Billy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Billy Cleary. I'm the Clinical Director of TEL. Thank you so much for being here with us at Savor the Hope wine auction. I've been with TEL for the last 2 years. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I look over our team and our locations. Currently, we have 35 clinicians on our team, which is the most that TEL has ever had. And we're also spread out in quite a few areas currently. As you know, we've got our headquarters in Tokyo. We also have a satellite office in Yokohama, an office in Kyoto, and we've got 8 clinicians down in Okinawa who are currently supporting and serving our military, families, and community down there. As you know, during the pandemic and COVID-19, this has just been a big change and big adjustment for everyone. I look at this as something that has created a big change and shift in the way that we live our lives, the way that we interact and communicate. But I have also noticed that this has allowed for a lot of opportunities that we never saw possible before. For instance, one way that TEL has gotten its service out to people in Japan is through teletherapy. So we now have the technology, we also have the training now to be able to provide secure and safe ways of having our sessions and being able to see our clients And we've also noticed that, doing teletherapy has been just as effective, if not more effective. And in the past at TEL, we haven't been able to serve those people in the remote areas of Japan because we just haven't had the bandwidth or we haven't had the capabilities, but now we do. We're not just in Tokyo, we're all throughout Japan with locations, but also the ability to provide telehealth services. And that's been a big change for us. We have seen an increase in intakes and referrals that have come to our clinic, and we do know that the need is now higher than it ever has been before. But again, this has given us a positive out of a negative that, we're seeing a greater emphasis on mental health. We're seeing more support for our international community. We've seen people reaching out to get the support that they need to combat that isolation, to work with the fear and the anxiety that we've all experienced during this pandemic, and to show that we really are resilient. We've seen this in the individuals that we've worked with on a face-to-face basis or through teletherapy basis, where we're meeting with our clients and we're hearing their stories. We see resilience in individuals, we see resilience in families and in couples. Schools are coming to us more now for support. Businesses are also coming to us for support for their employees. And so this has been a really great opportunity to get mental health a priority in the lives of individuals and communities. And this event and the support from our community for TEL, I just need to say thank you. Thank you from, on behalf of myself and our team, our 35 clinicians that are scattered throughout Japan. We just really, really feel the support and the warmth from our community. And so thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing. And I'm very hopeful that through the rest of this year and into 2021 that we're going to adjust and we're going to get out of this. But as many people are grieving the loss of many things right now, and as many people are feeling the effects of the exhaustion from COVID, I think we even more so need to come together. We even more so need to prioritize our mental health and our own needs. And so thank you again so much for being a part of this event, and look forward to collaborating with you and ongoing support, and work together to support the mental health needs of our community here in Japan. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, thank you to Billy Cleary for that message. And as you see, we took the new maglev Shinkansen all the way to Kyoto while he was speaking. That was quite the trip, wasn't it?
It was good. Listening to, not your voice, but who did you say?
Donna Burke.
Donna Burke's voice
Yes.
on the way down there.
Yes.
Golden Pavilion there, looking lovely.
Incredibly fast. So fast, in fact, that we actually went back in time and it's daylight.
Yes.
So up next, we have more entertainment. Ben, more entertainment?
Yep, we're going to have some more music. Oh, I should say at this point, we're all nearly halfway to our target.
Yes.
$18,470 have been raised so far. Let's keep it coming in. You can still vote for all, not vote. I've got voting on the brain.
Yes, for some reason.
You can still bid.
And we will count all your bids.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not gonna stop counting the bids. We're gonna count every single one.
All the bids from Japan, from those secret Russian bids that are coming in, funding
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, it's all good.
Yes.
So we've got a second lot of items finishing at 9 p.m. So please do keep bidding. Let's hit our target. We're almost halfway there right now. But we're going to have 10 more minutes of music. We have got, sorry, I'm going to read this. Rambling Steve Gardner. Rambling Steve Gardner. You've got two rambling MCs. Now we're going to Rambling Steve Gardner. He's a Mississippi roots and bluesman, storyteller, national Risophonic guitar featured artist. He has 8 musical CDs released on Blue Cats Records.
Wow.
Currently based in Tokyo, well, here in Tokyo, Japan, and he tours regularly in the US, Europe, Southeast Asia, and across this country, where he also conducts American music workshops, promotes American music and culture in schools, university, and from time to time for the Cultural Affairs section of the US Department of State. Probably shouldn't have made those jokes a second ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, big leg acoustic stuff. So, and who's going to be joining him?
He will be joined by Felix Sonny Boy, who plays traditional Irish-American roots music on fiddle, guitar, and banjo. He's from the USA, but lived, toured, and recorded in Ireland for nearly 10 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, we give you Steve and Felix.
Woo, thank you for joining us tonight. We're coming to you from Lounge Listening Room in Shimo, Kitazawa, Tokyo. Here we go. Good thing is right there with you as we look. Woo! All right.
We got one more blues called the Coffee Blues. Waking up in the morning, you need a good cup of coffee. Oh my lovin'.
Oh my goodness.
Just a little bit of coffee and a little milk. It will go down smooth as silk. My lovin', my lovin', my lovin', my lovin'. Just got to have that loving spoonful. gets mad, who won't do right, go to bed at night, give a loving spoonful, my loving, my loving, my loving. You just got to loving spoonful. Hey. Babe packed suitcase, went on her way. I couldn't let her stay for that loving spoonful. My loving, my loving, my loving, my loving. Just got to have that loving spoonful. Blow that thing, man. Served me breakfast, man served me tea. Nothing satisfied me like that loving spoonful. My loving, my loving, my loving, my loving. Just got to have that loving spoon. Oh, my loving, my loving, my loving, my loving. Just got to have that loving spoon. Hey, my loving, my loving, my loving, my loving. Just got to. Coffee blues.
Woo! Oh my goodness alive.
Oh man, Steve, are you busted?
I tell you what, you know, my goodness, you get out on the road like Felix and I do sometimes, and by the time you pay off all the bills you owe, fill up the car, my goodness alive, you got to split one cup of coffee and you're feeling just like this. Any of y'all out there ever felt like this? My goodness, this is how we've been feeling, doggone. Johnny Cash and the great Ray Charles recorded this tune. Neither of them wrote it, but they sure made it sound good, and we're going to do our best for it. Are you ready, Brother Felix?
Oh, here we go.
All my bills are overdue. Baby needs new shoes, but I'm busted. Cotton dropped down to less than a quarter a pound and left me busted. You know my hen won't lay, my milk cow died. Lord, my family laid down to cry. Lord, have mercy on me, myself and I've been busted. You know I asked my brother to give me a loan because I'm busted. I've been running around town like a dog without a bone. I've been busted. My brother said, now you know, ain't nothing I can do. My whole wife and family down with the flu. You know I put on my hat coat, come and beg a little from you. I'm busted. You know I ain't no thief, and I tell you, a man can go wrong when he gets busted. And all that food we put up last summer, we ate it up, it's gone. I've been busted. You know my fields, they won't grow cotton, corn, or anything. The county done taking my wife's diamond ring. All these bills got me on the run. What a thing. I've been busted. Y'all, you know this COVID virus came down like a bat swarming on me. Man, I'm busted. I was wearing my mask the other day. Oh, the man said, a man like you can't be trusted. Well, I packed my bag. I said, I just gotta go. But I don't know, and I don't care, don't you know? Oh, this thing got me busted, not moving real slow. I'm busted. You know, Felix doggone. I've been busted. One more right there. just been too busted. Dog.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rambling Steve Gardner and Felix Sunnyboy there, providing some music. So the background music, as you make your bids, you may notice that Chris Wells is no longer with us. I am joined here on the sofa, on the socially distanced chairs, by Tell Lifeline Director Vicky Scorgi. But before we talk to Vicky, I just want to say that, to ask you again to keep the bids coming in. We're still looking for some bids to count on some really excellent lots on the Tell auction. We've got the Roppongi Hills Club 6-month membership. The bid is just $1,000. The actual value of that membership for 6 months is $7,500. So that is a bargain. The item with the most bids so far is, or was, I should say, the Weekend Escape that had 19 bids. 19 bids, all your bids are counted. But only one bidder. There can eventually only be one winner. So only one person will be joined that weekend. If you are a sports lover, the special edition Japanesque jersey is still available. Vicky, what sport is that?
Well, I'm not a sports person, so you're asking the wrong person.
Go online to check it out. If you are like Vicky and sports are not your thing, maybe you'd be more interested, Vicky, in some facial. That's a bit of a gender stereotype there. Facial products and Aesop home care products
Some
in
good
the
products
lot
there.
called Pamper Yourself. Aesop being the that's that fancy one you see in the fancy restaurant toilets, isn't it?
They have some really great products. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So go online, go onto the auction page and keep bidding. You have got another 35 minutes by my clock, 35 minutes until 9 p.m. when the bids all close. Vicky Scorgi, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Ben.
BJ Fox for tonight. Please.
Sorry, BJ Fox.
What's going on?
Well, I'm here to talk to you about the Director's Lot.
Yeah.
And some people might not know what that is. When we used to have our auctions live, and when we used to have this event in person with a big crowd.
When this auction was supposed to happen in
March,
right?
Around Valentine's Day. And that didn't happen. We got really, really close to it, but that didn't happen. So we're trying it this way, like many other people. We're trying to do things virtually. Fundraising for charities is essential, and many of the charities have struggled this year because of that. So it's wonderful that we've been able to put this event on, and that's only been possible from Barbara Hancock, who's our board chair of events, that's helping us to do these things. So thank you very much, Barbara. It's helped us to do this in this
Barbara
manner.
is behind the camera.
Absolutely, and hearing from all the work that her and her team have done. But it's also, this event is about all of the sponsors and everybody that's contributed. But when we did this live, we would have this thing called the Director's Lot, and it would be a reverse auction.
A reverse auction.
So it would start at a really high amount, and people would make some really amazing bids, and it would go all the way down to some lower amounts. And this lot was where people could make a donation that was of a monetary amount that they would be able to get a tax donation back from. Okay. So we've done this a little bit differently this year, and you are able to make a donation on our site. We're going to leave it open for another week. Okay. So you can make donations for another week if you would like to, and all of those donations that are above $30 are tax deductible.
Okay, so if any bid over $30 is tax deductible.
Yes. In addition to that, we will also acknowledge people that make a donation of $1,000 or $5,000 and above. So if you make a donation of $1,000, we will make you we'll acknowledge you for our chat support sponsor over the holiday period. Okay. And we'll also acknowledge you in our newsletters and in our other media. If you make a donation over $5,000, and we have had people that have done that for us in the past, which is truly amazing, then we will make you our holiday sponsor for the Lifeline, and we will also give you a feature in our annual report and acknowledge you in our other media formats.
Okay, so not only is it tax deductible, it's a good bit of CSR, personal branding.
Absolutely, but also you're going to be making a big difference to our Lifeline.
And you mentioned on the $1,000 donation, you become a sponsor for
the chat.
So that's different to the Lifeline.
It's all the lifeline,
Yep.
but one's the phone service and one is the chat service. And the chat service is typically less hours that we're doing it from the phone, though that's been a little bit different with COVID.
Can I ask about that? How's the lifeline coped with COVID? I guess it's busier. I guess you had to socially distance and stuff.
Absolutely. It's been a real challenge for us,
Yeah.
but we have not missed a single shift since the beginning of February. The volunteers who support and keep that lifeline going have been utterly amazing. And they have had to relearn how to take the calls from whether we're doing them via chat more often than we were before, or whether we're sort of using the phone service via an internet cloud-based system.
Okay. So even though the world's gone crazy, I guess there's more calls than ever, you have not actually missed a single shift this
We
year.
have not missed a single shift, and that is through to the dedication and the support of all of those volunteers, which has just been amazing.
Wow. And again, I'm showing my ignorance here, but I imagine there has been a huge rise in calls, like general stress levels are up, people are missing their families, people can't go home.
Absolutely. So what we've seen is a change in what's been going on the line. Initially, we had a lot of people that were anxious about what was COVID like, how were they going to survive, what was going to happen with their income. We also saw another big rise in anxiety when the universities and schools went back, as the teachers and the students all had to deal with going back into that system. But what we're seeing a lot of at the moment is people that are really struggling with the future and feeling very suicidal. So we're seeing different stresses as time goes by, and that's a real worry.
And I especially imagine with Christmas coming up, the holiday season coming up, it's not.
Well, people often think that the holiday season's going to be worse, but often it's not. But I think what you're going to find this year is a lot of people maybe can't get home and haven't been able to get home. And so what's that going to be like for them, right? It's a long time that people have been struggling.
And the Lifeline is backed by a core group of volunteers, but also sponsors and donations.
Absolutely.
As well.
That Lifeline doesn't exist without a group of people helping it, from the volunteers, from the team in the office, from the board, to everybody that assists us. Every little donation makes a difference, right?
Yeah. And going back to the director's lot, to the director's donation,
Right.
you can go online to the TEL website?
You go to the 32 auction site,
Okay.
and you can make a donation there. Right.
Can we flash up that URL just right here, please?
So the 32 auction line, and we're going to keep that open for another week as we process all of the bids that are, and ship them out to people.
Yeah. So even if you've missed the 8 p.m, you might have missed the 9 p.m, you can still donate in
Absolutely. So maybe I saw some really strong bidding that was going on, a lot of competition in the 8 p.m. lot. Maybe you missed out on your item, then you can contribute to the director's lot and you can get a tax donation back.
Wonderful. We all like that. Anything else you'd like to talk about, Vicky?
I think that just a number of people have said this as well, right? So we've seen a lot of challenges that have gone on, but as I was just saying before, just watching the resilience of people, watching the adaptations that we've all made to, we're doing this event, right, virtually, to the way that we've handled the line, to the way that all of the teachers have been teaching classes and trying to support their students. I think we don't hear enough about all of the fantastic things that people have been doing. I think there's a lot of focus on the negativity, but in amongst it, people's ability and their caringness to support others has just been amazing, right? There's been a lot of great things going on at the same time.
So even in a rough year, positive stuff, community coming together, especially here in Tokyo, it's super important. Yeah. Great. Is there anything else, Vicky?
I think we're just make those bids,
Make
please,
those bids,
or make a donation, please.
So directors lot, go onto the auction site. That will be up for another week, and if you would like, I think it's coming up. There it is. Put your bid in. Like Vicky said, any donation made or any bid for that on that donation lot is tax deductible. You'll look great, and anything over $1,000, you get a little bit of a shout out. You become a sponsor for the chat service, and anything over $5,000, it's a sponsor for the holiday line and a special feature in the newsletter.
and you're helping to make a difference in people's lives, a real difference.
Thank you very much, Vicky Scorgi.
Thank you very much for having me in this chair.
Okay, just stay there, yeah? We're going to just sit there for a second.
Won't move. Got it.
We're going to do a seamless transition next. Seamless transition. We're going to go back to Kevin McHugh. I would actually say, unfortunately, I have to pop out now. I'm going to pass you over to my co-host, Chris Wells. I unfortunately have a work Zoom call scheduled. The perils of working for a European company at 9 p.m. But thank you very much for coming.
Ben.
No, thank you. This is wonderful. I like, I would just explain, I'm a stand-up comedian. Stand-up Tokyo is a group of comedians in Tokyo, and unfortunately we lost one of our members to suicide a few years ago, and ever since then we've been very much supporting. We became aware of TEL, to be honest, and we've done a number of events, and we think it's a wonderful service, and we're more than happy to support. And on that note, I will also say, I've got stuff to read. If you win the bid on a lot, you will receive so if you do bid and you win, you will receive an email with instructions from the 32 Auctions website, or the system. Bidding is still open. We've got the women's Adidas sports package as well, the Tokyo Weekend Indulgence package at the Tokyo Hilton, the Sakura Award-winning wines from the Women's Sommelier Association of Japan. And we are currently almost halfway, $18,575. So we've still got a wee bit to go, so please do keep bidding. And like we said, if you don't win, the money's more than welcome, and you can put that towards the director's lot. Yes. Thank you very much. And now introducing once again, so the background music for your bids is Kevin McHugh.
Please.
Huh? What? Oh, hey, sorry, I was just taking a nap. You can see I am here on one of Tokyo's amazing trains. We wanted to take you all around Tokyo. I shouldn't be talking so loudly because I might wake these guys up, but it's very, oh, see, he's twitching. So we have a very exciting thing. I want to thank Kevin McHugh for your amazing tunes, and we're gonna have one more song from him coming up. Right now, we have what everyone's been waiting for. Drum roll. It's the Raffles. That's right. So, but before that, I would like to give a shout out to the people watching on YouTube. We've got a ton of people watching on Zoom, and just a few days ago, we decided to broadcast on YouTube as well. We've got 17 viewers right now, so hello there, and hello to all of you on Zoom. Thank you for joining us. And now, without further ado, we're going to get to the raffle. So, first up, we're going to raffle off Canyon's Adventure. So, Canyon's Adventure. Now, stressed out, what better way? Get off, get out into the woods, get some fresh air, and have a little bit of adventure. So, down here, I have got a box that is filled with all of the raffles, all right? So here we have the official Savor the Hope raffle box for Tokyo English Lifeline. Oh, I woke him up. Okay. Go like this. And because it's COVID season, and these are probably just filthy, I'm going to sterilize my hands very carefully before and after. I'm going to reach in, and I can give myself a drum roll, I just realized, because I have a box. So, and the winner of the Canyons raffle is L. Lebrun 00881. That's number 881. L. Lebrun. You will be receiving an email with instructions on how to get your prize. So well done. All right. Now, that's not all. We have two more to go. Up next, we have Hilton Tokyo Bay, a one-night stay in a fabulous and superb suite, a suite of your very own, very sweet, perfect for a day exploring Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Sea Life Park. Only a 7-minute walk from Bayside Monorail Station. It's a unique bay experience. Each room has its very own theme. Each one is different, such as a fairy tale or ultra-modern. Do not miss their 6 on-site dining options as well. So this will be another great opportunity to get out of Tokyo, release a little bit of stress, and enjoy yourself. And I'm going to do another drum roll, because I like doing that the first time. And the winner of the Hilton Tokyo Bay is T. Peterson, 450, ticket 450. T. Peterson. I don't think anyone can see this, but if you're videotaping this and you zoom in later, you can see that it's actually authentic. There we go. Congratulations to T. Peterson. Put that there. All right, guys. We've got one more raffle. And this one is a luxury hotel stay where you can enjoy life in Hawaii. Doesn't that look beautiful right about now? Oh, wow. Look at those mountains. It's a 3-night stay at a luxurious hotel in Waikiki, Hawaii. Enjoy the surf, sand, and sun during a long weekend getaway. Now, this is the perfect location. It is all about location for this luxury stay. This hotel has over 35 floors of rooms with beautiful coastal views. Easily walk to Waikiki Beach and the Royal Hawaiian Center within 10 minutes. All right, so, oh, Hawaii, that would be amazing. Okay, here we go, guys. So this is the last on-camera raffle. After this, the remaining winners will be drawn off camera, and the winners will be posted on the TEL website. So if you were thinking, wait a minute, there were several more ballot. I've got ballot on the brain, you guys. I'm serious. Several more raffle items that were up on the website. You are correct. We're just doing these 3 live online for you, and we will draw those afterwards, as I said. So the final live raffle item, and the winner is Martin Mulholland. Martin Mulholland, number 1442. Number 1442, Martin Mulholland. You have won 3 nights at a luxurious hotel in Hawaii. Congratulations. All right. That was so much fun. Love it. Okay, now just going to sterilize my hands again. A little in the air just to make sure. God knows how many people touch those. All right. So now we have, I'm looking at you guys. That's right. Everyone behind the camera there, your grubby hands were all over it. I know it. So now we are going to introduce Kevin's last song. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kevin McHugh. We're also going to show the auction screen and where our total is. Let's see. Final lots are closing at 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. is when the lots will close. There are another 45 prizes. So you still have time. You've got just a few more minutes. Remember, this is an incredible organization. Tokyo English Lifeline is literally a lifeline for so many people. When you're in a foreign country and you don't know anyone, you're separated from your loved ones, it's so important that people in the international community have someone to talk to, someone to reach out to. And the people here, everyone has received training, they've got professionals, they can handle things either by phone call, they can handle it by chat. So they've really made an effort to make their services available to everyone at what is actually one of the hardest years of my life for probably anyone alive. I mean, this is an extraordinary year, and I think that's making extraordinary demands on this organization. So if you have the capability, if you have the wherewithal, if you could reach deep within your pockets and make some more bids, we would really appreciate it. Every dollar that you donate is going to help so many people, and we just appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Kevin McHugh, and we will be back in just a minute. Thank you. right, we're back. Wasn't that lovely? Thank you once again to Kevin McHugh for the beautiful tunes, and also our previous musicians. Great entertainment tonight. And what I'd like to read a few statistics. So what TEL has done since the onset of COVID to support the community, we have covered 100% of our Lifeline shift coverage, 6,100 plus calls and chats successfully connected from January to September. So that's calls directly into the phone line, and then chats that people can communicate, very convenient, very effective as well. 10,000 plus hits to the COVID-19 resources on the website. 10,000 plus hits, wow. 100% transition of counseling sessions to teletherapy. So they've had to shift all of their counseling sessions online to teletherapy. As you can imagine, that was a big transition, but I've heard it's gone very well. And that's happening, as you know, all around the world. Everyone is having to make these changes. But it is a wonderful thing that this epidemic is happening when we have the technology to allow people to not just hear each other, but they can actually see each other. So that is one silver lining in the cloud that we've got hanging over us. Also, they've had 50 plus workshops to the community. So TEL offers workshops for various members of the community on a variety of subjects. So they're also educating people that haven't actually called the Lifeline, going out there proactively and helping people understand various issues related to mental health and well-being. And really, when you're living in a foreign country, as wonderful as it is, there is a higher level of stress. There's the ambient stress of living in a country where your native language isn't spoken. If you don't speak the language, if you don't read the language, things can be quite confusing. And although we do have a wonderful foreign community here, sometimes it can be difficult to find your place. And people can go to a foreign country and perhaps with expectations that aren't met. They can have culture shock. Sometimes there can be news from overseas with your family back home, and you feel the distance at that time. And when that happens, it's very important so that people can reach out and have someone to talk to at any time, day or night. And they're able to do this here at TEL through your support. We also want to thank 18 very generous people who bid more than the market value on the lots to help support TEL. That's amazing. We really appreciate it. Goes to show you that these auctions and this wine auction, it is about more than just the liquid that's in the bottle, right? It's about more than the prizes, about more than the label on the package. It's also about helping people. And also the so as you can see, I'm reading from a teleprompter here as we're getting things in. So the bids do close automatically at 9 p.m. So thank you so much for supporting TEL. Thank you for all of your bids. We've had 333 bids since last Friday, which is amazing. I can tell you, I was talking during the music break with the people here at TEL that they're absolutely thrilled with tonight, very happy with what we've managed to do tonight under very trying circumstances. So we want to thank all of you for coming out. We are so grateful for your support. And I also want to thank the crew here. Thank you guys for everything that you've done, for making this such a great evening, and for making everything work so well. And we are just closing up on 9 o'clock when the bids are going to close. I think you have a few more minutes, just a few more minutes to be able to make some bids. It's not too late. So if there's something that you really wanted, you can sneak in right now and you can make a bid and you can win it. It's down to the wire, like other things that are down to the wire today as we speak. things that are just so close. It's almost too close to call, and you're just waiting as we're looking at 9 o'clock, waiting for 9 o'clock, waiting for things to come through. But do know that donations will be accepted through the TEL website after the auction is over. So at any time, if you'd like to make a donation, obviously you can go to the TEL website and make your donation. Every single dollar goes a very long way here at Tokyo English Lifeline, and you can know that you're helping people out a great deal. Now, I'm being told that we have our total for tonight is coming in over the wire. Oh, I don't have anything in my ear, do I? All right, but I'm reading it. It says, total raised tonight is $18,795. $18,795. That is amazing. You can see here, we reached 47.4% of our goal. We're actually very satisfied with that, given the circumstances and given the way that we had to first postpone this and then move it online. We are very happy with that amount. We're thrilled here, and thank you kindly for all of your donations. If I look at my watch, we just have, you guys, you have 2 more minutes. It's 2 more minutes that you can actually make a bid, right? On the auction items. So if there's something there that you want, now's the time to do it. A little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. Is there any movement? Do we have any movement on the auction site? I'm being told yes. Yes, we do have movement on the auction site, which is fantastic. And we are, so now we're at $18,960. Wow, fantastic. With 1 minute to go, just $40, and we could actually get up to $19,000, just $40. Anyone make a $40 donation? That would be incredible. We would get right up to $19,000 at 9 o'clock, which would be fitting. 9 and 19, it goes together. It's karma, it's fate. Fantastic. And we are almost at 9 o'clock. Okay, so at 9 o'clock, we're going to, we're at $19,000. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. 19,010 actually. Yes. All right, so 19,010. Okay, we did it. We got to 19,000. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank all of our speakers, all the people that did presentations, thank all of the musicians, the restaurants that helped out. All of that information can be found on the Tokyo English Lifeline website, so do patronize those restaurants. And I think, checking my notes, that's it. We're done. Good night. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.